Assalamualaikum, I am Hazirah. Our title for this assignment is Expelled Student. Expelled student because of bullying? Is good action or not? Some people will say yes, but of course, kids still deserve a second chance and expulsion is not a final action. Because of that, what a human service worker could do in order to help them to have a better if they were being expelled from school. For example, District Education Office DEO and Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat JKM. DEO has an important role in order to handle expelled students because the organization is the closest department related to school. In case of expelled student, DEO can help these students by transferring them to continue their studies in another school. Next, JKM. JKM also has a rule in order to help expelled students and how to make sure these students can change and be a better person. There is a special unit for counseling to help people in need. Counselor can provide intervention not only for students but also for parents. The involvement of parents and students in helping counseling will make them become a better in problem solving.
Skill that is needed by human service worker in order to handle a client who is a school student that was expelled from school because involved in a bullying case is a communication skill. To be a good human service worker, we should prepare ourselves with a good communication skill in order for us to pass and receive information from other people. In this case, non-verbal communication is important for human service worker to know the situation of the client, whether they are compatible or not, by looking through the client non-verbal communication, such as eye contact, facial expression, and others. Second is service orientation. A good human service worker always actively looking for various ways to help the client. A good human service worker also asks the client first what is the best solution to the problem in order for the human service worker to look for a better way to help the client. In this case, human service worker can connect the client to many types of counseling service such as rehabilitation counseling, educational counseling, and many more that are related to the client.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Fatin Amirah and I'll be presenting about diversity. Diversity is differences that happen to exist among humans such as race, ethnicity, culture, age, class, gender, religious belief, and many more. To prevent bullies that causes from ethnicity and culture, human service workers should work with the District Education Office to construct and implementing plans such as educating teachers to know their self-reflection in order to encourage a teaching plan without any biases towards the differences of ethnicity or culture. This is because diversity can be managed by approaching one's perspective of teaching different kinds of cultures. Next, having a minority culture could also trigger bullying that usually starts with mocking a person's culture and leads to a serious bullying. So, human service worker can plan a program that educates students by approaching intercultural education. Thus, will help students in learning equality and promotes a fair education for all students despite having a minority culture. Lastly, bullying often occurs to those who have higher status, bigger in size, and older compared to the person who being bullied. Restorative justice is one of the ways to overcome bullies by having a restitution, resolution, and reconciliation, where the bully needs to apologize to the victim, repair the damage caused by the bully, and improve their relationship. Human service worker can use this method by involving their parents, thus making sure that everyone and each of them to adapt different kinds of diversity despite their backgrounds, gender, and age.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhana binti Zailani. I will continue to the next section, which is process. In order to solve bullying problem among school students that have been expelled from school, human service workers should follow few steps to make sure that the interventions given to the client are effective and efficient. First step of case management are client identification and outreach. For example, human service worker can link their service with specific schools that they recognize and identify or the government departments such as Social Welfare Department Malaysia, JKM. Second step are individual and family assessment and diagnosis. This step is important for human service worker because they will identify the source of problems that cause school student bullied their friend. For example, students who come with broken family background where their parents always fight with each other, or students who have been abused by their parent at home. Next is planning and resource identification. Human service worker need to plan the goal with client to make sure their client can develop with their ability and empowerment. For example, students who bully other students should also get the right to get education, but their actions toward others should have to stop. Plus, according to Somokowski and Kopas 2005, human service worker can plan with agencies such as PDRM to prevent bullying among school students, such as the OVAL's Bullying Prevention Program, the Bullying Project, and Bully Busters. Furthermore, human service worker also has to link the client to the needed source to make sure that they are able to achieve goal and empower themselves. Case management are design agency and service provider to assist client in negotiating the system to make sure that the service provided are more accessible. Service implementation and coordination is the next step that should have took in the case management to provide service for client. According to Baker and Northman 1981, case management intend to enhance accountability to a single person or agency as responsible for overall effect in their system. Then, human service worker should monitor the service delivered by their client. This is because human service worker should make sure that their client follows the terms and procedures that have been highlighted. In addition, advocacy also important in managing cases to obtain their service to make them more effective, such as building trust with client, using evidence-based practice, and empower client. Evaluation. This step should be done when every plan to achieve goal have been implemented by client. For example, human service worker need to evaluate the plan gives positive or negative impact to their clients, and does the plan that have been decided can empower client to functional in its social system. Last step is termination and follow-up. To make sure the client does not feel lost during termination, human service workers should inform their client few sessions earlier, such as 2 weeks before termination will be done. For example, students expelled from school will be placed on new institution that can make them follow the academic and co-academic study, but they have to help themselves adapt with new situation there.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Farah Nazirah. I'm going to present about human service worker role. Human service worker play a huge role in assisting social workers that are directly involved in issues such as human relationship, dependent care, or substance abuse by generating, organizing, and conducting programs relevant to the problem stated. For cases like bullying, social workers led by human service workers supervise them by organizing activities, providing strategies and such to help them with their behaviors and environment. Human service worker may also assist in providing client services including psychology, rehabilitation, social work and family support. As an example, human service worker can counsel the bully and change their perspective on negative habits by encouraging them towards a positive lifestyle. Human service worker also plays a role as facilitator to lead the bully to express his own ideas and opinion about being a bully and strive to drive them to the level of thinking and reasoning based on the bully's talents and leadership abilities. Human service worker also plays a role, namely educator, engaging with agencies or resources that provide support for the community or people with problems. Last but not least, human service worker as an educator educate clients to improve their behaviors. They discuss and solve problems related to clients. In conclusion, conclusion, human service worker requires specific skills, roles, attitudes, values, and much more to be professional in this particular field. This is to ensure that they can resolve problems like handling expelled students related to bully cases and such. They also need to understand the nature of human system, which consists of individual, groups, and community, so that they are fully prepared to help the clients and make changes in community. Thank you.